Hello everyone, my name is David LS and welcome back to LEGO News. And today I am specifically talking about Jman Legacy Chapter 1, Retaliation. In this video I'm going to be talking about what the legacy is going to be, my spoiler-free review on the movie since Jman allowed me to see it early, and the future of the legacy. So if you do enjoy this, please like and subscribe, and let's begin. For starters, let's start with Jman Legacy Chapter 1, Retaliation, which that word specifically means to redo. Because yes, Jman is going back and redoing everything that he did in LEGO stuff, but he did it perfectly to where that world still happens, but of what he calls the Great Reset happened, and this is the world we now have to see. I'm first going to talk about the trailer very quickly, just to get things down for my spoiler-free review. Alright, so from the trailer, we could already tell Jaden's going to be the main character, Angel's going to be in there, Jess is going to be in there, Negativity's going to be in there, Cam's going to be in there, and it looks to be like the recreation of Season 1 of Jman the series, as they said that they would do. I'm trying not to spoil too many stuff, but there are a lot of moments that are kind of like the original and a whole bunch of callbacks, and yet it is so uniquely different. It is so cool. One of the things I really like is that they're going to try and make some characters have not too much spotlight if they're not important, and other characters that are important a lot more spotlight. For instance, Jessa, she is supposed to be in the older Jman world, Jman's girlfriend, to be wife. In this one, I think we're going to start that back up. And I think it's absolutely perfect how they're doing it in this without spoiling too much. It's just this scene particular in the trailer I actually really like because we can tell that something is happening. I think it might be the 0-point suit. I can't tell you what it is. However, I can say that when this happens, it is going to be the best part of the film, I think. To give a spoiler-free review on it, I would say it is one of LEGO's best, maybe its best project ever, and I cannot wait for more of the legacy, which Jman has already told us Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, which I'm very happy for, and kind of worried. And the reasons why is Chapter 2 I have full faith in, and Chapter 3 I have no faith in. So Chapter 2 is to be a recreation of LEGO's Jman the series Season 2, meaning TJ will be brought into this world, Animite will be brought into it, Speed Dude's going to be brought into it. It's just going to be a lot of fun. It's more Chapter 3 I'm worried about because it's a combination of Jman Fractured, Jman Into the Vortex, and Jman versus Big Bang Matt. This can work if it's a multiversal film. It can work if King the Conqueror's the villain. It can work if they go to other worlds. It can work if they have the YouTube Avengers. It can't work if there isn't consequences. For instance, Jman Fractured. That was a perfect representation of how it was. Jman was sent right back to when he started, and then it altered the world, giving them a different design. But in all the other Jman stuff that were multiversal, there was no difference. Nothing changed. In Jman vs. Big Bang Matt is a spin-off. It's not canon to normal LEGO. So clearly there's nothing good with the outcome of that. I'm not saying the film was bad because I personally love it. I'm just saying we need results from this. And one of the biggest things is that if they bring in the YouTube Avengers, I really hate that I have to say this, but there are a few characters in there I would love to see a lot more, but there are characters I either don't want to see at all or have very little importance. So for instance, Big Bang Matt, yeah, give him some screen time. Jessica, give her some screen time. If they bring in A1, probably not as much as they did him in Jman vs. Big Bang Matt, or none at all. Respectfully, Matt's moving on from that character, and out behind the scenes, respectfully, the guy's a big ol' racist, sexist, and a homophobe. Respectfully. And for Corritto, I better see a lot more if they bring him in. I have no idea if they're going to, though, but I'm hoping. But again, that's what I'm worried about. If Jman Chapter 2, I know that's going to be good just because of how Jman has done Chapter 1 because of the recreation of Season 1. It's going to happen again for Season 2's Chapter 2, however does it. But since there are multiple ideas going into Chapter 3, I hope that they all can go together, because no offense to Jman, there were a lot of times where I can see a good story, but there's so much thrown in there where it doesn't equal up. However, after seeing chapter 1, which I'm keeping my best to not spoil anything, I have hope that it actually is going to be good. To summarize everything of what I said, Jman Legacy Chapter 1 Retaliation trailer was awesome. The spoiler-free review of mine, I'm going to say it's one of the best of Legos, maybe the best, and they have some incredible things. Jman Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 were announced. Chapter 2, I'm very excited for. Chapter 3, I'm hesitant on, but I think it's going to be good. And that's pretty much about it. One last thing, Jman created a behind-the-scenes channel, and on it, being one of his first ever videos, he said that the Jman character can be free of use, but you have at least to ask him, and to at least keep it PG to PG-13 and with no mention of suicide. I have one project up with it, being Jman vs. Omni-Man. I think it's okay. Same thing to Jman vs. Big Matt. It's pushing it, yes, but I think it's okay. Let's just hope it's good. Like, I love the fact that Jman is doing this with his character to make it PG, to make it more kid-friendly, with the ability to become more PG-13. But here's what I'm going to do. Once Jman Legacy releases, I'm going to make an actual review on it, tell you everything in detail, and then I'm going to make one more video talking about what is the new world, what happened, what's canon, blah, 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 what can happen. So until then, I'll see you there. And this is David LS signing off.